Hello and welcome to week 5 of our image and video processing class. This is a very fun and exciting week for a number of reasons. First of all, image and video segmentation is a fun topic, as we're going to see in the videos during this week. Second, because during this week we're going to be transitioning from the fundamental material to the more advanced material. The fundamental material is, as we talk, that material that is used every day, and you cannot take a class in image processing without knowing it. The more advanced material is material that has been developed in the recent years and is also extremely useful. And as we're going to see, it actually often forms parts of very important products today in the industry for image and video post-processing. So let's just get into image segmentation. As I say, it's going to be a lot of fun. But what is image segmentation? We should basically, first of all, try to answer that question. And we're going to answer that question with a few examples. In image segmentation, the basic idea is that we want to separate objects. We want to call different objects by different names, depending on some properties of those objects. So for example, here we have a cat, and we want to make sure that we find the boundary of this cat, and we can separate the cat here from its background. So here we have the cat, and here we have the background. So we manage to separate objects in the image. Sometimes the user is going to help us to do that. For example, the user can mark, this is my foreground, this is what I care, the objects I care, this is the background, the objects I don't care. Just two very simple marks. And from that, we basically need to develop a technique that will basically extract the horses from the background. And sometimes this type of segmentation is called foreground-background separation. Once we do that, we can, for example, change the background, something that is done very, very often in the movie industry, changing background of different scenes, as we're going to see in a second. So this is kind of foreground-background separation. Sometimes what we actually need is to label everything that happens in the image. So to find regions in this image, which is an image of neurons taken with a technique called electron microscopy that we are going to discuss later in the last week of this class, we have, as I say, images of neurons from electron microscopy, and the idea is that we want to label every pixel according to the class that that pixel belongs to. So basically we are coloring the image. We're saying all this region should have the same label. It belongs to the same class, the same type of object, the same type of tissue. So we are not subtracting foreground from background. We're basically labeling every single region of the image, and we get all these segments, and then we can do analysis. Finally, we also have the same problems in video, and we see that here. And this is a video that we already saw at the very beginning of the class. Let's just basically run it. We have the video, and we have a similar video, but with a different background. For doing that, we had to extract the main object here from the video, so we are able to produce a different background for that. And basically, this is what's behind a very important component of one of Adobe's products called After Effects. And we're going to learn that. We're going to learn exactly what's the underlying technology for basically the video segmentation in After Effects. So these are just some examples. Now what we have to do is learn how we solve all these very interesting image and video segmentation problems. And we're going to do that exactly starting in the next video. See you then. Thank you.